International Transgender Day of Visibility, a day dedicated to celebrating trans people, their contribution to our communities, and raising awareness of discrimination faced by so many trans people worldwide. Deke Wilson knows how that feels, and today he is graciously sharing his transition journey with all of us.
Hey, my name's Deke. Today was my first shot on T, about 5 hours old, and this is my voice.
Deke joins me now, along with his doctor, Shubham Gupta, the surgical director for LGBTQ+ and gender care at the University Hospital of Cleveland Medical Center. Very unique and one of the only places out there in the Midwest, by the way, with these kind of comprehensive services. We appreciate you, doctor. And Deke, thank you so much for joining us, sharing your journey with us today. You started hormone therapy in 2019. So how do you feel 3 years later?
I feel great. I've made a lot of progress since then, so it feels good. I am so much more comfortable in my skin. It's really hard to put words to, honestly.
Wow, just looking at you right now versus that clip we just saw, holy moly. I mean, you can definitely, you hear and see the transition. And since the transitioning, you returned to work, right, recently. Give us a sense of what that was like.
You know, it was really not like I ever left. I mean, my coworkers are all very supportive. They all have always treated me like I was there the whole time as myself. So it's really been great. I have definitely been one of the more, I would say, lucky people that has been able to find a community and surround myself with the right people.
You know, tell me how you enter that conversation. You say that so many of your workers have been very supportive, but probably not everybody understands what transitioning means. And I'm sure you've interacted with people who, for the first time, were interacting with someone who's trans. How do you even begin that conversation? Because you probably have walked into a room or been somewhere, and you can see a reaction from somebody, right? Do you go right for it and just say, here's the deal? I mean, kind of take me through a situation where you can help others watching this be a little more sensitive and understanding.
You know, people always tend to have semi-inappropriate questions, but I try to keep in mind that they don't know better. So, you know, it's definitely a thin line to walk on. You know, I want to be open. I'm always open with everybody. So anytime anybody has questions, I try to answer as honestly as possible. You know, obviously I can't speak for the entire trans community, but I would just say if you are wanting to speak with someone who's trans or ask them questions, I would suggest maybe asking them if they're comfortable answering questions and you know, how far they would be willing to go to answer those questions or whatever the case may be. You know, some people are a little more sensitive about it, but like I said, I try to be as open as possible, an open book, welcoming, and I try my best to be a voice.
Well, it is wonderful you extend grace to people about questions, because not everybody really knows how to enter that conversation. And Dr. Gupta, let me ask you, when a patient like Deke comes to see you, take us through your conversation that you have to have, because you have to be both doctor and a counselor of sorts, right? Because this is a huge decision.
Yes, it is. And Kira, thanks for talking about this important topic. And I'd like to start off by saying thank you so much to Deke. Thanks for sharing your story on the Transgender Visibility. You're really elevating the conversation here, so thank you. From our standpoint, you know, we are in our job, and our mission is to provide compassionate, evidence-based care to every single patient. When someone is transitioning and they come to see us, our first order of business is to make sure that they're in a safe place, they have good, adequate social support. Then we talk about their priorities. what is it that transition means to them, because it may mean different things to different people. And then we kind of go through the process as to how to accomplish those objectives. We have an entire support team, wraparound services. There's more than 60 physicians and advanced practice providers in our umbrella coalition, providing care to our patients. We have massage therapists, we have fitness instructors, we have pelvic floor physical therapists, we have a navigator, clinical side as well as administrative side, and many other people I'm sure I'm missing. But the idea is that it starts with the patient, and it has to be a patient-centered approach to taking care of them.
Well, compassionate care defines exactly what you do. And Deke, finally, what does this day of visibility mean to you? Just considering all that's happening across the country. I mean, we even are witnessing, the legislation, anti-trans legislation, gaining momentum. It's hard to process that. As you go through your transition and even see what's happening across the country, I think it makes today even more important to you, yes?
Absolutely. I myself, a lot of us do come out on this day. I myself did so 3 years ago. So it's definitely a very important day for my community. And like you said, with all this legislation and everything trying to pass through and even passing through some places, we need it now more than ever, for sure.
Deke and Dr. Gupta, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.